everybody, SJM back, playing more contained. Today we're going to move forward with the biofuel chapter. And the first thing it has us do is to make a cloche. It's pretty simple now that we've got some resources coming in, just 4 ferrocore, 2 nickel, redstone, lapis. You should probably make a few of these because we'll need it eventually. And the big thing about it is when we start making when you start getting into these, you're going to be growing these spores. Let's just move on to the next one here. Growing these spores, and the spores, to get to the next step, we need wheat seeds, and it's only a 20% chance. And the cloche does not work very fast at the beginning of the pack. So if you want to cut down on the time, or if you've got idle things to do, like handcrafting or hand sorting all of your materials, kind of like I'm doing, then you can kill some time that way. I got pretty unlucky off of the start, and I had like 3 or 4 saplings, which is the same 20% chance as the wheat seeds. Like, you'll always get the spores back, but it's 20% chance for these byproducts. I had like 3 or 4 saplings before I got my first wheat seed. So I eventually ended up going and doing a little side project, was I made a few hammers, and I went out into the map and I just jumped on one of these small asteroids and bashed it to pieces. Basically got myself a whole bunch of the light gray asteroid dust so that we could get iron, get a good amount of iron going, because iron's pretty heavily used at the beginning, right? You need iron to make ferrocore, and it takes, blocks of iron to get the ferrocore in the first place, and so on and so forth. We'll need lots of iron down the road anyway, so it was kind of a side project to do. Just remember to go into your chunk claim manager and click to claim a chunk, and then shift click to force load it. And then you can right click to unclaim and unforce load it. So I just force loaded my whole base so that it would work while I was away, because I didn't know if I was going outside of the range or not that it would produce that. But I did other things. We made a bunch of charcoal, made a bunch of steel, so I got like a stack and a half of steel, plus these 45, which I left as dust for now. A little bit of lapis, a little bit of redstone, quite a bit of nickel, because I saw that we were going to need it in this chapter. So just to let you know what I had done to get to this point. And here's my cloche. You put organic powder in it in the soil spot, and then the biospores there. And then, as you can see, it takes 1,200 ticks. And at 20 ticks a second, that means that's oh geez, why did I just blank on that? 6 minutes, or not 6 minutes, 60 seconds per operation. So it's a full minute every time this turns over once. But once you have your wheat seeds out of there, then you can pull your spores. You'll also get biosaplings, so that you can now put these into a cloche and start growing trees to get yourself wood this way, rather than harvesting the other one, and organic powder. So this is another way to get these resources rather than mining the other one, which gives you all the water droplets as well. So it's up to you. I guess at some point I'll switch over to doing these for these resources, I think, but for now I'll just leave it as it is. And you could also grind them up if you've got too many saplings to get more organic powder. Up to you what you do. But then you can switch over to the seeds in there, and this is only 300 ticks, so this will take 300 is a minute, or 1.5 seconds, a little bit anyways, to get our first wheat there. So let's take a look at the quest line. So we made the cloche. Up here we've got the upgrade base. There is no point in doing this now, because the upgrade base, even though we can make it, If we look at the uses on it, this takes purple block, this takes gold, these take seeds. So this is a no seeds upgrade. I'm not super interested in it. Maybe we'll use it, but this is more for automation. So if we're automating it and we want to avoid the seeds from clogging up our outputs, then you would want this no seeds. But this is netherwort. This is shears. We're not doing anything that requires shears, so we don't need shears. We can't get grass blocks yet. Can't get gold. Can't get gold. And then we're back to page 1 here again. So there's no upgrades to make, so just I'm not bothering with that step just yet. So obviously the biospores. Oh, I forgot to look at the way we get biospores in the first place. So obviously this is a catch-22. You need the seeds, spores to get the spores. But if you pulverize a block of biomass, that gives you the spores for your first recipe of them at any rate. Then that's the sapling quest, then wheat seeds, then wheat. We get 3 more wheat out of it at that end. And then what we do with the 4 wheat is we do that and we get this packed wheat. So that's that one there. Let's get another packed wheat for that quest reward. Now we're going in a couple of directions. To get this raw biopolymer, we need to process it in a centrifuge anyway, so we'll have to look at getting the centrifuge first, which is here. So from this way, we're going to go over to the biogenerator. Biogenerator is one of these packed wheat. It's going to take 5 steel, 2 coils, and one of these magmators that we were using earlier on for power. So, and then these magnetic coils themselves, 6 nickel and 3 steel. So let's go get some coils and some, oh yeah, let's also put away some of this dust. Actually, we may as well cycle this so that we've got more of it coming in. There we go, 22 fresh iron. Just as a note, side note here, this one solar power machine cannot keep up with this kind of production. During the daytime, I think it slightly loses if we have everything running. But the problem is it's really hard to tell when it turns to night, without the shaders at least. Haven't tried with the shaders again yet. But you just have to make sure that if you see it sleeping like that, that means it's nighttime. So you need to pop on over, make it daytime for your solar energy to keep up and not totally drain the battery if you did put a battery in your system. Let's clean off my inventory a little bit here. Seed, those. Let's just leave all that behind because I don't need it. This stuff, we'll keep small iron dust on us for now. And oh yeah, I wanted to get rid of all of this. There we go. That makes my mind a little bit more restful. All right, and then where were we going? Coils. So we need a recipe of those. And then from there we want how am I missing it? Oh, I'm missing the magmator, that's why. That was the other thing I wanted to get out of my chest. There we go, the biogenerator. What does it say? What is this thing supposed to do? Uses various different solids and liquids to produce power. Ah, okay, so there's another power source that we've got there. So we can use that, packed wheat, biomass. I guess it doesn't tell us how much power it produces. Yeah, so not sure. How much does that have? 721 and climbing a little bit. Let's see. Go around the corner here. There's maybe the power output is on the back there. I guess here is a good place for it, right? Oh, got you. It needs more of the blocks like the solar one here. So how can I tell how many core blocks it needs? I've got a couple of sitting around. We can try. Oh, just one? Alright, fair enough. Alright, let's go put it back down again. Add that onto it. Right click it. And it's not outputting its power anywhere. Let's just see how much wheat that it gets. I don't think it's... Oh, it might be pulling power from there. Let's... Oh, okay, yeah. Let's see when it finishes. Oh, that's got a long ways to go. Now let's just disconnect it completely for now. And it's still gaining, so... Oh, and it's counting down, which I didn't realize either. Yes, I am not the most observant of people in the world, that's for sure. Alright, let's take one of each of those and put a drain on the system so that we can hook our machine back up again. We want that to pull. There we go. At least we're going down, right? What's keeping everything powered? And it should be going to the battery as well. Yeah. Yep. Alright, so that is that machine figured out. So next we're looking at a powered furnace. So this is going to need another magmator. So we're going to need 2 blocks of biomass, some asteroid rock, some charcoal, which I have. Okay. I think I need 12 of those and some mini charcoal. I did not want to make another one of those. And I only made 6. Okay, let's just grab a stack of this. I did not... There, 18 for 2 of those. What else am I missing? Oh, I needed the magnator, right? That's what we're on to for now. Oh, I forgot about those things. Two coils. Oh, I need a blast furnace. Aha. I don't have a regular furnace yet. Okay, we'll come back to the faster furnace after. We'll go for this motor first, which I saw in there we can make. Why can't I see the motor anymore? I've got those two. Just, my brain can't handle it. So many options there. Oh, and we need two motors to make a centrifuge. And glass bottles, which I have not been paying attention to. Okay, so I have not been doing glass very much, so let's do a mini batch of it anyways. And how much do I have in reserve? None. Okay. So while we're waiting for that, it sounds like slurping noises that it makes. Yeah, we've got a long way to go to fill up that battery, so we'll just let that work away. That can go away. Don't really need the magnator anymore. All right, while we're waiting on the... Wait, what am I waiting on? Glass. I need 2 blocks of iron, and I need another motor as well. So I'll get all of that prepared, and we'll come back and talk about the centrifuge. But this thing's we're gonna finally get a use for our water drops to make water that way. And then this will be an add-on to the centrifuge that allows it to use the water that it's producing, I guess, to make this raw biopolymer. Yes, so we'll have the water, the centrifuge will make the water, and then we add the packed wheat to it, and we'll get our raw biopolymer. But we need our extra motor and the glass anyways, so I'll be back when all that's done. Alright, so where we got our centrifuge finally. Obviously this is going to need a block. Okay, one works again at least. So it's going to need power, and we're going to need some water drops to put into it, if I recall correctly. Oops. need the add-on before we can even, I guess to use and produce fluids, we still need this fluid add-on. Okay. And do I have on me what I need to make the... Nope. Fluid add. Oh, I guess the other thing I didn't say is that we can feed these clickers with hoppers. So at the we needed a lot of nickel, so I did a couple of tools in that one, and then we should constantly be making the gray asteroid for now, as long as I don't want to go out and farm the asteroids in the world for it. So just put that, throw that in there, and keep that gray asteroid stuff coming in, because we do need it in lots of quantities. All right. There we go. So what does one water drop give us? So 4 for a bucket. What are these dry drops for? Oh, nice. Okay. We'll do that. We'll get 1 bucket back. That's some pretty nice animation on it, I will admit. I'm a fan. Oh yes, we've got 3 more of those that we could do. Someday I'll automate that, but for right now I didn't want to just yet. So there, we've got some glass made for when we need it again. Dirt piles are made inside the centrifuge, so water plus organic powder will give us 4 dirt piles. And then we can put 4 dirt piles together to get us an actual block of dirt. Aha! Then we add water using a water bottle or a water drop. Then we can get the mud, right? We don't need water bottles for that. Let's see. It takes 4 drops to get 1. Oh, but you can fill water bottles infinitely from a source, right? So if we just made a water source, then we would have infinite water bottles. That can always get infinite water drops too, right? That's not hard to get that way. And then clay is made by putting the mud into polymorphic fluid. What is polymorphic fluid? Polymorphic catalyst dropped in water. What's a polymorphic catalyst? Well, we don't have access to metals or blaze gold, so what's the quest description saying? Dropping raw biopolymer in biofuel. Oh, so I'm gonna have to make some biofuel again. Okay, that part isn't hard. That we've got mini charcoal. One of these. Let's see if it needs a source block or not. So that'll change into biofuel. Could probably go grab water out of this guy. Oh, and we may as well do 2 buckets worth, right? So we can make a water source. Where do I want to do a water source? Let's do it in this room. Oops. Yeah, put that there. Let's get some things put away. All right. We need the biopolymer, which was, oh yeah, we needed the water in the centrifuge with the packed wheat. So, oh. I cannot place water in the world? I don't know if that was ever explained to us. At least water's free. Okay, and then we put the water back in there, yes. All right, let's make some more cheese. Oops, we needed 2 more there. And we can come back to here. Remove that. No, it needs the source block, it looks like. So we can make 4 dirt blocks for now. Oh, and I have to drop the wood in there. Okay. We'll put that back there. We'll put this back here. At least that didn't kill it. That's good. And then we wanted 4 of those in there. All right, that all seems very vanilla, at least once we get to the mud part. Goo stew. So what's this all about? Because this could be... Oh yeah, this is the one with the haste and the speed. Ah, okay. So we just put it in the centrifuge. it's a weird recipe of taking 300 millibuckets of water plus the Primogel goo, which is super easy to make, right? So yeah, if you want that food for haste, it just depends on what kind of goo you use with the water. So again, 300 millibuckets of water makes 300 of the goo stew. So essentially it breaks down to 100 millibuckets of water makes one stew, because you'll get 3 stews out of the one recipe of the blaze, or of any of the goos that you make. Okay, easy enough. All right, at any rate, that is the biofuel chapter. I should probably set up these, yeah, in between episodes. We'll take this stuff out of here, we'll set it up over here, we'll try and find a way for the cloche to feed into the machines first. Oh, I guess that might, oh look, that didn't use up the polymorphic fluid either. That I didn't realize. Sorry, I should have pointed that out, but I didn't see it when we were going through it first. Okay, where'd the other one go? Robbing me of my clay. At any rate, that's how we're going to start getting clay. And then from there, the clay is a bit of a grind, because we're going to need a ton of it for the next chapter, which is getting into the BBL casting mod. And yeah, to make like one of these casting setups, you're going to need like a stack of clay-ish. I forget exactly how many. It's close to a stack just to make one setup, and it'll be over a stack if you want to have a good quality of life, like with extra tanks and the mixer and everything. So yeah, at any rate, that's enough for the biofuel chapter. I hope you all enjoyed, and yeah, having fun with the pack so far. Lots of like learning, especially like the new mods, the new uses for the cloche and the upgrades, because usually we're just ignoring the cloche for the most part in a lot of the packs. And the yeah, having fun with the Oratech stuff, learning how they work. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed, and I appreciate you all. We will see you in the next one. Bye!